sort of said we weren't interested in getting married again. And so we just never brought it up. We just lived our lives and grew together. And then as time went on, I figured, I really didn't want to get married per se, but I wanted to get married to Howard. And that made the difference.
I was pretty settled into being single again. I was just looking for companionship. And Michelle came along and changed all that.
He's just really a special man. He treats me wonderfully. He treats all his friends. He's like the most selfless man I've ever met. And my children are like his children. And I just could see living together a long life. One day, I don't know who he was telling something to someone about our engagement, and he said, if I really had a choice, I'd just get married at an Indians game. And I heard it, and I thought, well, that sounds like fun. I would do that. And then we decided to have our wedding at the game.
Yeah, then we researched it. We had to arrange around the Indian schedule. We wanted it when they were playing. They had a championship suite, is what they called it. They only had one, and it could hold 70 people. They bent over backwards to accommodate us. They let us, you weren't allowed to bring things in. They let us bring in the candles for the blessings. They let us bring in a challah. We brought in we had the chuppah.
We wanted Saturday night, but the championship suite was taken already. So we did a Friday night.
So we did a Friday night. Michelle's son married us.
Well, we had a rabbi who was busy. He was out of town that night. So at one point, my son's into acting, a hobby. And at one point, he had mentioned to that one day he'd like to just do wedding ceremonies. Like, this was years ago. And then I thought about it. It's like, well, Brian could just do the ceremony. So I asked him. He said, sure. So we went online and did just filled it out. It cost $18. He did a really beautiful job. And then I asked him, I just wanted him to say something. The tallis was my father's, the chuppah was my father's tallis. Right. So I wanted him to say something about that. And I just wanted him to ask Howard and I what we loved about each other. It was just really special. Then we signed the ketubah. We had the ketubah signing. And
the two friends who fixed us up held the chuppah.
And then our daughters were by our sides also. So it was all of us together. In the 10th inning, they won.
2-1.
2-1. And then we had, there were fireworks right after.
Fireworks
great.
night.
And then the minute, and I'm not exaggerating, the second those fireworks ended, it was a huge storm.
Huge.
Which they were threatening all night.
Terrible storm. We were worried whether everybody would get home okay. And
we did, and I thought it was sort of telling because we met on a storm that ended the evening, and this did too. So the wedding, the whole night was perfect. It was perfect. So I think just having the ceremony and then just hanging out with friends at a game, that's what was perfect.